Recently, I've been kind of wondering, I find what really kills my faith in a God is mental illness. Like, recently, I was going along my blissful everyday kind of attitude, and I was told a story about this lady who will stay anonymous. She asked one of my friends if she was the Virgin Mary because she had mental illness, and even though she's medicated, she didn't fully come back because at her time, medication wasn't where it is now. It wasn't as effective, and she obviously didn't come back. And I thought, wow, like, where's God in all this, right? But I don't know. Like, some people who are fundamentalists, or even not, just people who believe in God, they can kind of try to justify pain. Like, I don't know. They say, well, if you go through something like starvation and poverty or cancer or some kind of disease, it's supposed to teach you something, something relevant to God and learning something in life. But when it comes to mental illness, I mean, where do you find meaning in that? The person is completely delusional about reality. No offense to anybody with that, but I'm just being honest. They don't understand reality, so how could it have any meaning? How can their suffering have any meaning? You know what I mean? Like, I've watched a documentary on it before, and this woman would see joggers everywhere she go in jogging suits. She'd see them everywhere, and she thought a music video was being filmed the whole time. It's not funny, sorry for just, that nervous laugh. But anyways, I don't see a meaning in her suffering like that would be relevant to God or learning something in life. 100 years ago, what would she have done? It wouldn't have been, joggers, but who knows what kind of thing she could have been hallucinating, 100 years ago, and there'd be no hope for her. She'd be stuck in that delusion. According to the documentary and her, she's okay now. But I mean, what sparked me making this video, I was actually thinking about the last couple of days, but I just watched the first 10 minutes of the movie, I don't know what it's called, but basically if you've seen the ads on YouTube, on July 24th, I think it was 2010, there's ads on YouTube. If you record your life and whatever, might get into this movie where they're showing, the events of one day in a movie. And I noticed the first couple of entries, well, not entries, but people who were selected, the clips, they suffered from mental illness, and it was pretty clear to me, like, I have a pretty good understanding of that. And I just kind of thought, what purpose could there be to having something like that? And, this one woman was talking about how at 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. she'd hear a ghost or something whispering in her ear. And I could just tell from the look on her face and the way she moved and acted, I could tell she was mentally ill before she even said that. And the next guy was, this guy was talking about his life and, his dreams and stuff. And you could clearly see by the way he was talking and, I don't know, just his thought process that he was mentally ill as well. And then I was kind of, just got me on the same subject. Like, before I could try to justify, the bad things that happened in my life, saying, is God trying to teach me something? But whenever it comes to mental illness, I mean, it really shows you that there isn't any meaning behind that. There really isn't. I mean, like, I've seen it happen before, and whenever these people, become mentally ill, it's really worse than anything else because it affects their reality 24/7. Luckily, I've never had it, like that. You know what I mean? I've never had anything like that, per se. But everybody's had something, But anyways, recently I've been kind of looking into Buddhism again. Because I like the aspect of trying to improve your personality and state of mind through practice. Like, the thing about Buddhism is, it isn't just saying this is what you should do and this is what you shouldn't do. it's like gives you mental exercises through meditation, stuff like that, to physically, you know, reroute your neural pathways, the thoughts in your mind, and to, you know, really bring about change, not just saying this is what's wrong, this is what's right, you know what I mean? So I've been looking into it, but I thought, well, I kind of believe in God, you know, because sometimes, for me, thinking about everything I've been through, I like to think there is a God, and it kind of gives me, you know, steam to continue and work harder and, you know, go farther with total confidence. But this whole, you know, realization of the mental illness kind of has me thinking, like, I don't know, maybe God really doesn't exist. I would like to believe in that he does exist, or it, but I just don't know. If you've seen my previous video about the argument for God, I made some pretty good points, you know, like the fact that if another dimension existed, we couldn't be able to tell the properties without having seen it, or experienced it. Because everything we know and everything, you know, the rules we know of for our universe is something we've seen. We can't go beyond anything we haven't, you know, seen. As well, the systems of, like, the eyes and the ears, hearing and sight and touch, and the heart, the cardiovascular system, the pulmonary system, your lungs and everything, and just everything in you is extremely complicated, and it would almost, you know, beg for a creator. And you know how everything that is living has DNA, which is like a blueprint for exactly, you know, to create these systems. So it's very, I guess it's all just very intricate, very luck-bound intricate intricacy. So I kind of feel motivated to start researching evolution. Personally, I'm an audiobook kind of person. I don't enjoy reading. Like, it's okay, but I'd rather, you know, listen to an audiobook and multitask, or just lay down and close my eyes and, you know, absorb the book. Anyways, so I'd like to research evolution, and I think I'm going to start getting back into kind of Buddhism, but only for the philosophy. I never thought I'd say this, but I think I am now borderline atheist. But I'm really into, I think it's really cool, like Buddhist meditations and whatnot. You know, like the loving kindness meditation. And I have a bunch of different kinds, you know, on iTunes. And sometimes I just listen to ambient music and kind of just think. Didn't really call it meditation, because I don't enjoy, you know, the uncomfortable posture of meditation and the silence. I'd rather have, like, music in the background and just be laying down, you know, comfortably. So I guess that's the path I'm going to be taking now, and if it changes, I might just make another video. So until next time, bye bye.